Hello everyone, this is Husker Eurocat bringing you Madden NFL football. I welcome you back to the Cleveland Browns franchise. The Browns are home in First Energy Stadium, playing host to the Indianapolis Colts. The Browns have won the toss and defer to the second half. That means the Colts have the first possession, and on 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line, Luck passes complete to Dante Moncrief for a first down. Luck hands off. No, it's a play action. It's a long pass and incomplete, intended for T.Y. Hilton. So on 3rd and 8, Luck passes, and it's incomplete. That brings on Pat McAfee to try to pin the Browns deep. And look at this. At the 4-yard line, he kills the ball on the punt. Now 1st and 10 for the Browns. Johnson gets the ball up the middle for a 9-yard gain. 3rd and 1 now. Stafford hands off to Johnson, and he fumbles the football. But it's recovered by Malcolm Johnson. But it's 4th down, and they have to punt. So on 1st down, Andrew Luck goes back to pass, and he's running for a first down past the 40-yard line. Now 2nd and 8. Luck is back to pass and barely gets that one away before Justin Gilbert hammers him. Now on 3rd and 8, there's a play-action pass, and he gets sacked in the backfield by Desmond Bryant. Coming off his left end position, he ends the Colts drive. McAfee is back to try and pin them deep again, and he does it again at the 4-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Browns. Johnson is caught in the backfield for a 1-yard loss. 2nd and 11. Another counter, and out past the 5-yard line is Johnson. That makes it 3rd and 7. Stafford goes back to pass, and it's complete to Gordon for a first down. That was caught in traffic, and he held on to the ball. 1st and 10 Browns. On the play action, Stafford passes to Barnage for a huge gain out to the 50. 1st and 10. Stafford hands off to Johnson, and he's around to the 45-yard line. Nice run on the right side. 2nd and 6. Stafford rolls right and slings it sidearm to Benjamin to the 26-yard line. 1st and 10. They mark him at the 27. Stafford goes back to pass and completes it to Benjamin at the 1-yard line. And look at this. He stepped forward and delivers a strike to Travis Benjamin. Nice awareness. 1st and goal now. And Malcolm Johnson is stuffed. 2nd and goal. Stafford hands off to Johnson around the right side and barely gets into the end zone. And the crowd goes wild for the Browns' first score. Here on the replay, you can see he barely crossed the plane, and the Browns have a touchdown. Now on 1st and 10 with the score 7-0. Luck goes back to pass and completes it to Dante Moncrief, and he is gone. 10-5, touchdown Colts. If you take a look at that, you can see where Gibson just whiffed, going for the interception and badly missing it, resulting in a tying score. So 1st and 10, counter to the left side. Johnson gets 9 yards. 2nd and inches now. Stafford goes back to pass, and it's a long pass to Gordon 10, 5, touchdown, Browns. Stafford saw the one-on-one coverage, changed the play at the line of scrimmage, and connected with Josh Gordon for the touchdown. Josh Gordon showing off a little speed as he's pulling away from Mike Adams. And he leaps into the crowd. I don't know, folks. Are they going to let him go? Oh, and they finally do. So it's now 14-7. Browns, 1st and 10 for the Colts. And on a play-action pass, Andrew Luck is stacked. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter with your score 14-7, Cleveland. And now on the Browns sideline, let's hear from Eurocat Baby.
There was a lot of head wagging as the Colts ripped off that long pass. But then there were a bunch of smiles as the Browns scored on the long pass of their own. It goes to show how fast emotions can change.
Thank you for that report, and let's hope the Browns can keep the emotions on the high side. 2nd and 13 now. Andrew Luck is in the shotgun, drops back to pass, and long pass, incomplete. Broken up by Tashawn Gibson. So on 3rd and 13, Luck goes back to pass, barely gets it away, but incomplete. And they have to punt. 1st and 10 for the Browns. A pitch back to Johnson over the left side, and he's inside the 45 of the Colts. Now on 2nd and 2, it's a handoff to Johnson, and he's hit hard by Mike Adams. 2nd and 11 now, and Stafford is caught in the backfield. Now at the 48-yard line, 3rd and 19, and Josh Gordon comes down with the pass. Now inside the 30 at the 29, Stafford goes back to pass again, and it's caught. No, they say that Travis Benjamin was out of bounds, but the Browns are challenging this. Did he get that left foot down in inbounds? I don't know. I don't think so. Let's see what the refs say, and the play stands. So no touchdown. And on 3rd and 12, Stafford does not get the play off soon enough. So it's 3rd and 17. Now Stafford drops back again, and he's off the mark, and it's 4th down. That brings on Kaimi Fairbairn for a 51-yard field goal, and it's good. Straight through the middle. 17-7 now. 1st and 10 for the Colts. Handoff to Randall, and he gets a nice gain out to the 38-yard line. So that makes it 2nd and 2. Luck hands off to Randall, and he has the 1st down over the 40-yard line. Now on 2nd and 10. The handoff is to Randall, and he gets the 1st down inside Brown territory at the 47. Luck now passes off to Derrick Henry, and he's stuffed in the backfield. 2nd and 13. Luck is flushed out of the pocket and is tackled at the 46. Now on 3rd down and 9, Luck goes back to pass and is off the mark. It's 4th down, and they have to punt. McAfee cannot pin the Browns deep again. So 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Stafford goes back to pass, and it's complete to Gary Barnidge at the 28. 2nd and 2 now. Stafford pitches back to Johnson, running the left side, and he's out past the 40-yard line to the 42. 1st and 10 again. Stafford goes back to pass, and it's complete to Gary Barnidge at the 42, which brings us to the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 8 now. Stafford passes to Benjamin over the middle, inside the 35. 3rd and inches. Can they make it? Duke Johnson up the middle and just gets enough for the first down. Now on 2nd and 9. Stafford passes to the left side and it's incomplete. A rare drop by Josh Gordon. Now Stafford goes back to pass and he's sacked. So that brings on Fairbairn for a 54-yard field goal. And he's good again, right down the middle. So with 51 ticks left, can the Colts put more points on the board? That pass is complete to T.Y. Hilton over the middle for a 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4. Luck is back to pass and misses a wide open Philip Dorsett. So on 3rd and 4, Luck passes to Griff Whalen and it's complete for a first down out past the 40-yard line. Now in the hurry up, Luck is in the shotgun, tries the pass and complete over the middle to the 47-yard line. 2nd and 4, 23-22. Luck passes again, and it's complete to Whalen to the 45-yard line. So they take a timeout. Now on 2nd and 10, Luck goes back to pass, and it's incomplete. 3rd down conversion upcoming. Luck passes incomplete. He felt the pressure on that one and had to unload. So that brings us to halftime. 20-7, Cleveland Browns. A thrilling first quarter with an aerial assault by both teams. But in the second quarter, it was all Browns. Bad thing is they were only able to score 2 field goals. Good thing the Browns have a good leg in Kaimi Fairbairn. It would seem that the Browns' running attack is going well, so I would expect to see more of that in the second half. And look at the time of possession. The Browns have a 2-1 advantage. So let's see if they can keep it going. Welcome back, everyone, to First Energy Stadium and our coverage of the Indianapolis Colts at the Cleveland Browns. The Browns are looking to continue their first half performance, but right now let's go to Eurocat Baby with a coach report.
It wasn't easy, but I caught up with Coach Pagano, and he told me that they need to give Andrew Luck a little more time in the pocket so he can make some clean throws. He's just concerned about the pass rush of the Browns. Coach Bettini said they need to continue running the ball and keep the pressure on Andrew Luck.
Thank you for that report, and let's see how they do here in the second half. McAfee kicks it off. Tyreek Hill gets it at the goal line, runs up, and breaks a tackle at the 25 and is out all the way to the 43 of Indianapolis. Wow, what a run by the rookie. So with good field position, let's see what the Browns can do. Stafford goes back to pass, and it's complete to Malcolm Johnson, and he's tackled at the 37. 3rd and 4 now. Stafford is back to pass again. Almost sacked, but gets the pass completed to Josh Gordon inside the 30 for a first down. Now the handoff is to Malcolm Johnson, and he gets 9 yards. 2nd and inches now. Stafford throws it complete to Benjamin to the 5. 1st and goal now. Stafford goes back to pass again, runs the ball, and it's intercepted. It bounced around quite a bit, but there's a defensive pass interference call on Darius Butler. But Matthew Stafford is down, grasping at his knee. We'll have to find out what that injury is all about. Meanwhile, Josh McCown comes out on 1st and goal, and it's touchdown Browns. Duke Johnson ran around the left side and in for the score, completely untouched. 27-7 now. 1st and 10 for the Colts, and the handoff is up the middle to Randall for a 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6. Luck goes back to pass, and it's complete over the middle to Whalen at the 39. Now on 2nd and 8. Luck is in the shotgun, goes back to pass, and there's nowhere to go, and he is sacked by Barkevius Mingo. 3rd down and 19. Luck goes back to pass, and he completes it to Derrick Henry, but he does not get the 1st down, and they have to punt. Now on 2nd and 10 for the Browns. Stafford goes back to pass, runs the ball, and he fumbled it. It's recovered by Donnell Ellerby. But wait a minute, there's a booth review of that fumble. Could this be the 2nd time in 2 weeks that Stafford has coughed up the football? Wow, from the replay, it almost looks like he did just that, because it doesn't look like his knee was down before that ball came out. What are the refs going to say? And our answer is the play stands. So it is Colt football. 1st and 10. Randall gets the call, and he has a nice gain up the middle to the 21. Now on 3rd and 4. Luck drops back, lets it fly, and it's complete to T.Y. Hilton inside the 20 for a 1st down. Now on 3rd and 8. Luck goes back to pass, and it's complete again to Moncrief at the 1-yard line. Jaron Hosley injured his shoulder, so we're going to have to check on that as well. 1st and goal now. Luck goes back to pass, and it's complete to Kobe Fleener in the end zone. And there was absolutely nobody around Luck. He could have just run that. But it's a completion and a touchdown. 27-14 now. Stafford goes back to pass, and it's almost intercepted by Dwight Lowry. Matthew Stafford is down again. It's a shoulder this time. The Browns are sure being plagued with injuries. McCown goes down in the backfield at the 11-yard line. Now on 3rd down, it's incomplete. Intended for Josh Gordon. On the Colts' next possession, it's 3rd and 10. Luck passes complete to Philip Dorsett to the 40-yard line, which brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter with your score 27-14 Cleveland. And with a bit of news about those injuries, let's go to Eurocat Baby on the Browns sideline.
The Browns trainers are working on Matt Stafford. They don't think it is too serious, and we should see him soon. However, Jaron Hosley is out for the game with a strained shoulder. The medical staff doesn't know at this point for how long he's going to be out.
Thank you for that report, and we certainly hope that he'll be back soon, as he's been a nice addition to the cornerbacking crew. Now with 1 quarter left, can Andrew Luck bring the Colts back? On 2nd and 7, he passes complete to T.Y. Hilton inside the 30. And now on 3rd and 1, Luck working from the shotgun, passes complete to Philip Dorsett at the 25-yard line for a 1st down. Now from the 24-yard line, Luck gives off to Joseph Randall, and he has a nice gain to the 11. And Markham almost at the 12. And Derrick Henry gets the carry inside the 10. Now on 3rd down again, Luck is in the shotgun. Pass is complete to Moncrief for a touchdown. 27-21. Robert Turbin goes around the right side, has the first down past the 35, but he's injured as well. Comes up holding his arm. So we'll have to find out what that's all about as well. Stafford now goes back to pass after a play action and decides to run and has a first down, fumbles the football again, but it's recovered by Joel Bitonio. Now on 1st and 10, the pitch is to Johnson on the left side, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Another 1st and 10. Stafford goes back, hands off to Johnson up the middle, and he's inside the 25. Now on 2nd and 3, Johnson runs right side and has a lot of daylight. Can he make the end zone? No, he's down at the half-yard line. And from there, the give is to Johnson over the left side, and he's in for the touchdown. What a day for Duke Johnson so far. Over 100 yards with that carry. Now down by 2 scores again. Luck sends Kobe Fleener in motion, carries it up the middle, and is tackled just over the 30-yard line. 2nd and 4. Luck goes back to pass, and it's complete to Kobe Fleener after bouncing around. Johnson Badmosi had thought he had it knocked away. Randall is over the left side to the 50. 2nd and 9 now, and Luck takes off and runs for a huge gain inside the 40 to the 36-yard line. Now on 2nd and 10, Luck is sacked by Justin Gilbert at the 40-yard line. Now 3rd and 14. Luck passes complete to Moncrief, but he's still only at the 36, and that brings us to the 2-minute warning. 4th and 9, and they have no choice but to go for it. Luck is back to pass, and it's complete to T.Y. Hilton for a first down inside the 25. Now from the 24-yard line, Luck goes back to pass, and it's complete again to T.Y. Hilton for another first down at the 13. Now they're in the hurry-up. Back to pass is Luck. Throws complete to Philip Dorsett, but only at the 11-yard line. Still in a hurry-up offense. 2nd and 8. Luck goes back to pass again, and it's intercepted by Dante Whitner, and he's out to the 24-yard line. Taking a look at that, it was just like Dante Whitner was back there playing center field and caught that in full stride going the other way. So I'm sure it will be the Browns' intention to kill the clock. Johnson for a huge gain over the 50 to the 40-yard line of the Colts. 3rd and 10 now. Robert Turbin gets carry, hurdles a man at the 32, and gets the first down. And with a couple of kneel downs, that is the end of your ball game. 34-21. The Browns win at home. For a while there, it looked as if the Colts were going to be able to come back in this one, but the Browns came through with 2 scores of their own in the second half to make it 34-21. If you take a look at their stats, both teams had the exact same average per rush, but the Browns had so many more carries that it made the difference. 181 yards of rushing on the day. The Colts really came back in the time of possession category because the Browns had them beat by over double in the first half. While Matthew Stafford has a very strong arm, can someone teach this kid how to slide? 3 fumbles in 2 games is not a way to start out a season. Duke Johnson had a fumble as well, but it was recovered, and he is having a dynamite season thus far. Today having 129 yards rushing. Josh Gordon is turning out to be an outstanding addition to the receiving corps, as he had 4 catches for 110 yards today and a touchdown. The defense is having a little bit of a hard time stopping the run, but they are really coming around as far as the pass is concerned. But everybody's concerned about Jaron Hosley. He's out for 3 weeks. That means he may not be back until the Patriots come calling in First Energy Stadium. Until then, Justin Gilbert, Johnson Batamosi, and Vernon Hargreaves are going to have to fill that hole. In our next game, the Browns will be on the road to face the Baltimore Ravens. This is a team that we played in the preseason, and now the Ravens are 0-2 to start the season with a loss to the New England Patriots. They are looking for their first win of the season. When we played then, Dak Prescott was just a backup, and he has graduated to the starting position. So we'll be playing against the quarterback that I wanted to draft out of college. More of a concern, I think, is probably the defense, because they look unusually strong. With players like Mario and Brandon Williams, Darrell Smith, and Terrell Suggs, the front 7 pose a serious problem for the Browns' running game. We'll have to see what kind of plan they come up with to get Duke Johnson the yards that he needs. Remember that if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, and if you would like to be notified when there is a new one, subscribe by clicking on my icon at the end of the video. Thank you for joining us for today's coverage of the Indianapolis Colts and the Cleveland Browns. Until we see you next time at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, for Eurocat Baby, this is Husker Eurocat. Thank you for joining us, and have a nice day, everyone.